It's week 6 of the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2023. The first game of week 6, D.S Senanayake College hosting St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia here at Havelock Park. It's going to be an interesting battle in the segment 1A between two teams vying for that second spot for the upcoming Super Round. It's an interesting game as I'm joined by Romario De Silva. All to play for these two teams, Romario, St. Thomas's and D.S Senanayake College. It's a hot and humid day. Friday afternoon, partly cloudy. The temperature 31 Celsius degrees. It's going to be an hard-fought game, isn't it, for all these young schoolboys?
Good afternoon, Damit, and yes, indeed, everything to play for both teams as they go head-to-head, and the all-elusive second position is at stake, and neither of them would want to give an inch away to their opponent, as crowds are filling in here at the Havelock Park, and they're moments away.
Last week also, D.S Senanayake College hosted Kingswood at the same venue, won the game 31 points to 27. It was a good comeback from Kingswood, but nevertheless, D.S Senanayake got the 6 points what they needed. St. Thomas's College, great comeback against St. Joseph's College at the big club grounds. They won that game, and then Royal, St. Peter's, Isipathana and Trinity registering comfortable wins in their week 5 encounters, but D.S Senanayake and St. Thomas's, both these teams playing today, Romario, are coming off after two hard-fought wins.
Yes, indeed. I'm sure that those two victories would have had their toll on the bodies of the players, but having said that, they have all rested up a week, and now it's in to the business end of the tournament, and neither would look to give away anything.
Yeah, this is the points table, the all-important points table. D.S Senanayake College, St. Thomas's College and St. Anthony's College still in with a chance to become the second team from Group 1A. Isipathana College, they have already qualified. They have won 5 games with all 5 bonus points. D.S Senanayake College, they have their next game against St. Joseph's College. St. Thomas's College, they have their next game against St. Anthony's College. For St. Anthony's College, they are playing Kingswood on Sunday, and they will play St. Thomas's next. So all these 6 games, Romario, actually 4 games, will be very crucial. Group 2A points table, Royal College, they've qualified for the Super Round. St. Peter's College, they just need another win to qualify, but technically they have 2 games. Trinity, Zahira, Vidyartha, they are still in with a chance, but for that to happen, they'll need St. Peter's to lose. So most likely 2 teams from Group 2A will be Royal College and St. Peter's College.
Yes, indeed, it will be difficult to look away from those two teams as they have been head and shoulders ahead of the rest.
Rinesh Silva, the Isipathana College winger and the place kicker too. He has racked up 53 points, 3 tries, 10 conversions and 6 penalties to his name. Great player, great runner with the ball in hand, and then his place kicking has been absolute on point on most of the occasions this season. In the try scorers list, the Josephian captain Naveen Marasinghe, he stands on top with 5 tries. We've got about 8 players who have scored 4 tries as well. So these players, they'll have another go at this points scorers list and try scorers list. This week we have 6 more games. Today we have D.S Senanayake hosting St. Thomas's. Tomorrow, the big one of this week, the Bradby Shield first leg, Pallekele, Trinity College hosting Royal College. That game will start the telecast at 3:30 p.m. Isipathana College hosting Wesley College tomorrow here at Havelock Park. St. Peter's hosting Science College. In Kingswood, St. Anthony's, that will be an interesting game on Sunday. And then we have the last game for the week, Vidyartha College hosting Saira College at Bogambara Stadium.
Yes, indeed, everything to play for all the teams, and of course, the big game, the Rugby League, the Rugby Shield rather, the first leg. It's all lined up for tomorrow as the crowds are filling in.
D.S Senanayake College led by Jayaturaj Ratna. St. Thomas's College led by Vian De Silva. The Thomian prefects and the well-wishers have all come in numbers. It's a hot and humid day, and the fans, they're all now seated up and ready for action. So we will go for a small commercial break, and we will be back with the first game of week 6.
Smiley bedeනවා ඕන වෙලාවක ස්නැක් එක දැක්කම හිත ෆික්ස් වෙනවා සරල කැමති අය දවස පුරාවට සැරයිල්ලනවා කැලිප්සෝ මික්ස් එක ඕන වෙලාවක නැගලම යනවා බෝරින් ලයිෆ් එක බ්‍රේක් අප් කරගෙන සල්සා නටනවා ලුණු රටාවට අනියන් කික් එක ෆුල් හැපනින් වෙනවා අචි රටටම රස බෙදෙන මංජි රස බලකාය දැන් අලුත් වෙලා.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
Z. KYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
ඕගොල්ලොත් එන්නේ ඉවෙන්ට් එකට. ඩ්‍රෙස් කෝඩ් එක black.
Black? No problem. නව වැඩි දියුණු කළ ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් ඇක්ටිව් ක්ලිම්බසෝල් පළමු සේදීමෙන්ම ඉස්සොරි ඉවත් කරයි. ස්වභාවික සාරයන් හිස පෝෂණය කරයි. නටමුද?
No problem.
හැමදාම ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් නම්
හැමදාම no problem.
ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
Aloe vera and mint for freshness. Chamomile for sensitive skin. Lemon and lime for an energetic day. Big shaving foam. A change you must experience.
Beautiful outside and inside.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න. ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. බෝල්ඩ් ඔපම වෙන්න.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
නැවුම් බව රැකදෙන කුමාරිකා මිට් සංවීති සමකට කැම ඔයිල් බික් ෂේවිං ෆෝම් අත්විදිය හැකි වෙනසකට. ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න. ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. බෝල්ඩ් ඔපම වෙන්න.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
Z. KYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
Your embrace so warm with one more bite of Revelo for sunshine. Don't wanna miss this pouring rain, pleasing my soul with one more bite of Revelo for the rain. This freedom takes me to roads that I have never been. With one more bite of Revelo for the road. Love never felt this good. With one more bite of Revelo for love.
නැවුම් බව රැකදෙන කුමාරිකා මිට් සංවීති සමකට Camel Oil. Big shaving foam. Advitiya හැකි වෙනසකට.
හිත තාලනට වෙන පන්නිනිම වින්නුනා සරදාවී අතනාරි කොක්තුමී පන්තමා කොක්තුමී පන්තමා ප්‍රීමා කොක්තුමී පන්තමයි.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
Welcome back to the live action from this week 6 encounter between D.S Senanayake College and St. Thomas's College. We are bringing you live pictures from Havelock Park. Here's the Thomian lineup: Mohammad Hakim, Kavisha Lenagala, Jayod Pereira, Savantha Pereira, Shevin Udugama, Vishen Dwight, Shanala Fernando, Akesh Sena Ratna, Vikrama Surya, Mahit Pereira, Deshan Navaratna, Vian De Silva, Jehan Jayasinghe, Avran Noah and Jehan Bulat Singalage. Shanaka, one change, Jehan Jayasinghe coming into that centre combination.
Yes, it's been an Achilles heel for this Thomian side. We'll come back to that later. D.S Senanayake through S. Velikamage, Ahil, Olison, Jananja, Hettiarachi will be looking to put a lot of pressure on this Thomian tight fight. Wafa, Devmit and Pereira will be furious in the loose. Piris with Umagiliage, Pereira, Paranamana, Rajaratna and Vijayaratna will be the danger men. And of course, Pereira making up the last line of defense. So watch out for 13 and 14 in this D.S Senanayake Dons outfit.
Yeah, Umagali didn't play the previous week's encounter against Kingswood College. He was rested, but he's coming in for this game today. Here are the Dons coming out and the Thomians, all to play for. I think pretty much 3 positions have been sealed. If St. Peter's College win at least one of their last 2 games, they'll be qualifying from that Group 2A. But Group 1A, all to play for this second spot, Shana.
Yes, I think Isipatana have wrapped up the first spot, of course, for qualifying, and they have looked like the outright favourites for the league. Can't to take anything away from them. But the second spot, all up for grabs, Namit, because we had St. Joseph's in the running until last week when St. Thomas's pulled off that famous victory in the Lady Jadilaka Shield, and of course this one is a virtual quarter-final for either of these teams. If DS win today, they are through in second place, which will be a fantastic achievement for this DS team that is not just building this year, but has been building from about 2020 onwards. This is a long time in the making, this D.S Senanayake team, and I think a lot of people who watch this team should understand that this has been a labor of love for everyone involved in DS Rugby, who have been at the forefront of making sure they bring this group of players together, keep this group of players together, and also develop them. So some interesting players, number 14 there, for instance, Vijayaratna, who will be a really difficult customer for this Thomian backline to deal with, and a few more of those in this Don squad as well. But this will be the real test. This is a pressure game. This is a big set of forwards up against them. How are they going to come through?
Yeah, before the kickoff, the invitees from D.S Senanayake College being introduced to both the teams. Coach Asela Deshapriya for D.S Senanayake College, Shamli Nawaz for St. Thomas's College. So you spoke about D.S Senanayake and their rugby for the last couple of years, but for the Thumians also, I think it will be a massive boost to their rugby if they can manage to get into that super round.
Come back to that just after the school songs.
everyone to rise up for the school anthem of D.S Senanayake College.
Senanayake
It's always a pleasure and something special for all these youngsters to sing their college anthem and then run onto the field, Shanaka. Sometimes we don't see that tradition being followed, sometimes we do see, but I think that must be continued in all of these games.
I'm not sure I agree with you there, Damit. These are two fairly... So you look at the match officials. Gihan Yatavara will be our referee today, assisted by Aruna Shanta and Isuru Pereira. Hopefully he won't be the center of our attention today, and the players will be. Not sure I agree on the school anthems, because the school anthems are fairly comprehensive. Damit, the Esther Perpetua from St. Thomas's is pretty long. It's got all 4 verses and the refrain. And then you've got the D.S anthem, which is not short either. And a lot of other schools also have fairly lengthy anthems. And after these boys have warmed up, it can kind of bring you down a little bit in terms of, not in terms of mentality. Of course, it's great to sing your school song. But your physical preparation just takes a little bit of a plateau at the moment. And might take a while to just get going again. St. Thomas's look like they're kicking off. They'll be playing from left to right on your screens against the gold and black of D.S Senanayake. Probably the first time in a long time that DS have fielded an outfit that will have the idea of winning a game against St. Thomas's. They've really come up leaps and bounds in their rugby development. And St. Thomas's, after a big win, after an emotional high last week, will be ripe for the plucking if you're a DS fan. But it remains to be seen. It's going to be a test of the Stormian team, whether they can bring the same passion and the same commitment that they brought against St. Joseph's against this DS team today. Some big lads in this DS side as well, and I'm sure Omalka Gunaratne and Azmir Fajuddin, who are in charge of the forwards, would really have put these guys through the paces. 2 tough coaches, 2 tough players, and certainly would have pushed their DS team into this virtual quarterfinal, knowing that there will be no quarter asked or given. Any idea what the hold-up is, Damit?
Yeah, I think the referees have would have communicated to the organizers on the ground arrangements. They are not quite happy with something.
Well, you wonder all the time that they had before kickoff whether this is not something that could have been addressed previously.
Ready?
But looks like we have sorted everything out.
Left, right.
And here we are ready to kick off, and Ihan Bulatsingalage will get St. Thomas's off with a high kick taken competently by DS. But holding on is the call immediately from referee Gihan Yatavara, and St. Thomas's will have the penalty in the first few moments of the game. From a Thomian point of view, hopefully they would have worked at the lineouts, which is something that really left them flailing in their early season encounters, and is what prevents Jahan Bulatsingalage from not having to think about putting this one deep into touch. So the first attacking lineout, I'm sure Azmir Fajuddin, who is a real student of lineouts, when he was playing for Royal and playing for Havelocks, would have identified the weaknesses in the Stormian lineout, and he will try to exploit them, but let's see how well his charges do it.
Ball!
Wonderful kick from Bulatsingala. And even though we missed that first line out of the game, looks like St. Thomas's have managed to keep the ball in hand. Mahit Pereira now stepping. Vian De Silva takes it up the captain into the 5-meter territory. Venuka Vikramanayake. Mohammad Hakim, the scorer of the match-winning try last week, gets early touch. Venuka Vikramanayake marshalling his forwards. Good defense from DS so far. Shanal De Silva helps his teammate.
Get back!
And this is what St. Thomas's would be happy doing all game if they were allowed to. Here they go, inching towards the line.
Get back!
Dehan Senaratne stands over it. DS got their hands on it, but just not for long enough. Release is the call from referee Atavara. He's on his haunches himself, making sure he gets a good sight of this ball. So St. Thomas's with an early opportunity now. But offside is the call from referee Atavara, taken quickly by Senaratne. Can't go over and got hands on the ball. Senaratne took it quickly, tried to go himself. None of his forwards were ready for him. And unfortunately coughs up a golden opportunity to get the first points on the board.
Yeah, excellent defensive work from the Dons. It would give them a lot of confidence. Umagiliage takes them out of the 22.
And that's a good kick, isn't it, Damit? Because it was from right under his posts. So he's got to make it to the corner line, and he's gained about 30 meters. Umagiliage. Here's Senaratne going on his own, and his forwards so slow to react. Jayot Pereira is just standing around having a cup of tea. And no idea what they thought they were going to achieve with that. But now a moral boost for DS. They go to the back. Used only 3 forwards in that, and you can coach this as much as you like, but the hookers, once they get out there, they're on their own.
Just like St. Thomas's, D.S Senanayake also had their own issues with the lineouts, Shanaka, throughout this season so far.
Ahil will need to make sure that he gets that right as the game goes on. Deumit was the target. Got up nicely, but
Steady!
wasn't straight, as Venuka Vikramanayake will feed from the traditional left side. And Senaratne at the back will allow this ball to go through to his fly half. Bulat Singalage takes the ball standing. Mahit Pereira is inside. As a support player, manages to get his hands on the ball and take it inside the 22. Bulat Singala acts as scrum half. Lovely little step from Resha and Dwight that time. Finally gets the ball in hand in an attacking situation, Dwight. And here's space opening up now. The pass is to no one, but Jayot Pereira does well, and beyond De Silva straightens and over goes Navaratna for the try. Simple hands from St. Thomas's, a well executed first phase move. Mahit Pereira running off the loop. And Dehan Navaratna scores the all-important first try to settle the Thomian nerves.
Excellent stuff from the Thomians. D.S Senanayake just praising about their defense, but this time around they had ample numbers. St. Thomas's will be quite pleased. The Thomians.
Well, I'll tell you who'll be pleased. It'll be Deshan Senaratne, who turned the ball over on the 5-meter line. He'll be mighty relieved that the team scored immediately after, as Bulat Singalage with the touchline conversion on an unfamiliar ground. And it's a wonderful kick from the left-hand touchline. It's the easier touchline for the right-footed kicker, but that doesn't mean anything when you're pretty much on the touchline. A wonderful kick from Bulat Singala, which will get his confidence going as well.
Before this game, Bulat Singalage had 41 points in 4 games, and he adds another couple of points. 7-0 for St. Thomas's College. Excellent conversion.
was just simple hands from St. Thomas's that time, and what was good to see from a rugby point of view was that none of the Thomian backs were greedy for that try, or the forwards who handled that. Many of them just straightened out and gave it out to the extra man, trusting the numbers, and that's always good for a coach to see, as Manura Piris will kick this one deep into the Thomian 22. It bounces kindly for Bulat Singalage, who allowed it to bounce, and now it's in the hands of the danger man. Here he goes, Vijayaratna beats 2 tackles, eventually dragged down by Chanal Fernando. In fact, it was Vian De Silva, the skipper himself, who made that tackle. Now the ball opens up now for DS. This is what they like to do. Lovely little dummy, but eventually Navaratna makes the tackle. The turnover's good, says the referee, so St. Thomas's have managed to snaffle this one.
Got it back!
Mahit Pereira, Venika Vikramanayake puts it back to Bulat Singalage, who kicks into the hands of the danger men. Here it is now available once again for
Get back.
DS. It was Pereira who took it into contact. Sets up another phase. They've lined up. They're asking for it. Pereira now. The number 8 carries it in. Manura Piris.
Roll away! Advantage!
Playing under a penalty advantage now, DS. The referee deems that there's no advantage coming, so we'll go back for that conversion, for the penalty rather. So Rajaratna and Vijayaratna both touching the ball multiple times in that move, Damit. And if St. Thomas's keep kicking to these backs, it will be a long afternoon for them.
Straight away, the Dons have called for a scrum, midfield scrum. Shanaka, probably that they're not that confident with their downs. Probably that's the reason.
This is where the penalty came. Not rolling away was the call. You can see Senaratna falling on the wrong side, not getting out of the way quickly enough. That's 2 penalties for Senaratna. He's given away. Need to make sure discipline is on point today. This is an all-important game for both these teams. Taking it off the back is the number 8 into the line. This is Rajaratna stepping on the outside, puts the kick in, but it looks like he might have stepped just over the line.
Bulat Singalage that time ricocheted off the Thomian fullback, so it will be D.S Senanayake ball.
Nice little 8-9 move here. Here's the fullback coming into the line as well. Rajaratna one-on-one with Navaratna, and there's only one winner in that battle. Looks like Rajaratna dancing down the touchline like he was walking a tightrope. I think he had gone out before. And
that's the call from assistant referee Suru Pereira.
Lenagala to Dwight, and that combination works for St. Thomas's. Here it is, and straight across the face of Noah, who just couldn't hold the ball. And it's a new man, Jehan Jayasinghe, who thought about passing it. Not sure why St. Thomas's didn't clear. Getting Bulat Singalage in the line. Interesting decision making there. Got to play the ball in the right half of the field, and now they concede a scrum in a dangerous attacking position. This is the man that... Here's a pass for Mahit Pereira. Opts to pass, Vian De Silva. Here's Jayasinghe. And the pass is wasn't a bad one. I think Noah could probably have taken it. He's expecting a spin pass, and this is a problem, isn't it, Namit, with...
Manura Piris and Vikramanayake, they've been at each other's ears all this while. While Vikramanayake was feeding, Manura Piris was very well behind. Now this time Piris feeds it in.
8-9 again. Ball is to the feet, but it is a knock-on. So DS's hands just letting them down there. He looks dangerous from the back. Pires. Pereira rather, the number 8. Steven Pereira. Thomas's defense up quickly. Nice centre field scrum now. Interesting to see what they do here. And it's been out hooked, so DS will have an opportunity. Here they go through their danger man, Rajaratne. And again it's knocked forward. No arms in that tackle. No arms was the call, if we can see that again.
Yeah, again they are opting for a scrum, Shanaka. It's not going to be easy without kicking for meters. Playing that territorial game is sometimes very crucial. But DS now opting to go for a scrum.
I'd love to see where that penalty came actually. Seemed like the ball was dropped well before any contact was made with a defensive player. But going right to left, this makes the passing angle easier as well for the DS team.
Here's Umagiliage, gives it to Jayathu Rajaratne, the captain. Here's Menura Pereira.
Good tackle from Vian De Silva that time, read the play well. DS well inside the 22. Kevin Pereira carrying it forward. Manura Pires now with the big prop forward in the middle, but he's met with an equally big tackle by Mohammad Hakim. Lovely long ball over the top. Deumit was the man who had it, and Rajaratne dances out of one tackle, gives it to Vijayaratne. And Reshen Dwight is over the ball. And Gihan Yatavara says the penalty goes to the attacking side. Vijayaratne takes it quickly. Wants to go himself, make as many meters as he can. DS now turning the tables.
Get back.
Really good technique here in the latch and drive. Manura Pires, what is he setting up for here? He wants a pot of forwards outside him. This is Ahil. Ahil dragged down just meters short of the line. Manura Pires with the long ball out. Here it is opening out now for DS. They opt to come back inside. Met by strong defense, but still 5 meters from the line. Less, 4 meters from the line.
Roll away.
DS opting to stick with their forwards. The danger men on the outside, but the try line is within their reach. Looks like they might have done just enough to hold that ball up. Really good work that time from Jayod Pereira, their number 3. But St. Thomas's were offside before. And they'll go again. DS now, Manura Pires with the long ball out, and lovely dummy from Rajaratne, and over he goes. He has looked the most dangerous player on the park for the 15 minutes of this game, and he deservedly gets the first try, the first DS try.
Jayathu Chandimal Rajaratne. A great fake that time, and deservingly, as Shanaka said, DS now on the scoreboard. Janidu Vijayaratne lining up to take the conversion. We've had a very good 16 minutes so far. Here's Vijayaratna.
Plenty of action in this game so far. Big run up from the DS player, but hooks it to the left. So it's 7 points to 5 on the scoreboard. And Chandimal Rajaratna shows how dangerous he is. St. Thomas's will need to regroup. Couple of costly errors, some silly knock-ons and penalties, allowing DS back into the game. It's Mohammad Hakim has been having a good season, the big lad, the front row. Bulat Singalage puts it up into the sky as Ahil takes it well. Ruck form, says the referee, so they have to let go. It's the big number 5 for DS. Madura Peris with the box kick, but it doesn't go too far, and it's play on, says the referee. Tackle seemed a little high on Resha and Dwight, but it's all good. Venuka Vikramanayaka. A little bit of basketballing skills from Shanal Fernando. Dwight again to Pereira, who cuts back infield, keeps the ball available. Venuka Vikramanayaka, they opt to keep it with the forward. Shanal tries it for the second time, and this time it doesn't work. And Umagilege will gratefully thump this one down the park. So again the ball handling, letting St. Thomas's down. It's a lovely skill to be able to bisect the gap between the two players and offload. It's not something that happens every possession, is it, Tamit?
Yeah, Shanal Fernando been one of the most mobile third rower in the Stomian lineup this season. But nevertheless, D.S Senanayake, they're still not out of the woods. Madura Peris will feed in, inside the 22.
Hard fought win against Kingswood last week at the same venue, so they know it well. DS, just 4 points, so they're used to pressure as well. Should set us up nicely for the next few minutes of this half. So the clock is stopped, and so you can see the referee called for the clock to be stopped. Our clock just stopped, so which means it's not always accurate as the referee's clock is. Time back on now. St. Thomas's take it for Dwight, but again there's this thinking that if it's uncontested and the ball is not completely crooked, just let it go. But that's not something that Sri Lankan referees have taken to heart very much. It's important to contest the line out to make sure you're putting pressure on the opposition thrower, but if you don't contest it, then did you have a chance to get the ball at all? Peris to feed what seems like the umpteenth scrum of the game. We're just in the first quarter. Here it is, looking for Rajaratna. Here he is once again. Nice ball. Lovely fend as well, but staying in the fight was Jayasinghe. Teumin Pereira. Peris now. Ahil.
Roll away, roll away!
Here they are, looking for the danger man, stepping back in field.
Get back.
Tackle made by Pereira that time. The big forwards now getting back into the swing of things. Dominant defense by St. Thomas's on their halfway line. Ahil now shown plenty of running, the hooker. Madhura snipes, then gives to Umagiliage. He's a big lad, is Umagiliage. Big hips for a fly half. And the penalty is coming. And it was Lenagala who got in there and disrupted the ball, got his hands on. And unfortunately for DS, despite a good run and a few phases that they put together, it was Lisson, the number 3 jersey, that was forced to cough that up. Plenty of daylight there as Lenagala went in. Bulak Singalage will put this into the 22. Sit into the back row of seats just for good measure. Just outside the 22.
Both teams have struggled with their lineouts, and here's another chance for the Thomians. This time they get it cleanly.
It's a good drive by DS. Can see what they're trying to do as soon as they take it at number 2. They want to drive them out into touch, but St. Thomas's have done well to stay in the field of play. And that's really good maul defense from DS. Really good maul defense. And this is the advantage of having 2 forwards who've played at the highest level. Azmir Fajuddin and Omar Gunaratna working with these lads. Tell you all these tricks. What do you do when they jump at number 2, push them out? Number 4, try and sack. All these little tricks, when to use the tactics, how to use the tactics.
Ready.
Madhura is to feed the scrum just outside the 22, so they can't kick this ball out. It's a short ball. And a lovely offload as well. Now the space opening up. Here's Rajaratna. Will run at Jayasinghe. And here's Vijay Ratna stepping off his left foot. Steps 3 players. Goes into the 40-meter territory. Play on, says the referee. It's taken well by Sena Ratna, who finds himself on the wing. And now a little bit of space for Resha and Dwight to put his little step on. Mahit Venura Vikramanayake gives it to his forwards. Nice little hands from the forwards once again, but he's isolated as he knocks the ball on. That was Pereira playing a nice little short pot of forwards with some short passing in between them. But again, the hands letting them down.
Here's that last move.
The tight forwards, Lenagala to Jayat Pereira to LS Pereira. Fortunately, when you have 3 tight forwards touching the ball consecutively, something's bound to go wrong.
Ready.
Thiven Pereira off the back of the scrum. Lovely step. Dwight has to get across to help Venuka Vikramanayake to make the tackle.
On your feet.
Pierce. Ahil. Good speed of presentation and putting it through is Rajaratna. And really good chase by Rajaratna as well. And Venuka Vikramanayake is forced to carry the ball over the try line, and it will be a 5-meter scrum. Outstanding work from the DS speedster.
Yeah, the DS captain, he has done everything good so far in this game. He's been the go-to man for the home team here. Great opportunity for the Dons here. Look at the vision. He saw that there was no player behind, and a valiant kick. Good effort from Vikramanayake.
Vikramanayake did well, and he's completely winded. Got smashed into the floor.
If you want 3-in-1 gold hair, body and face wash, make sure to buy gold hair and body wash from any outlet.
So an opportunity now for DS to go into the lead. They've been doing this pretty often, so you've got to think that it's going to be another 8, 9, 15. Plenty on the blind side, plenty of room. Got to look at Theomin Pereira off the back to his captain Manra Pires, and maybe Rajaratna.
Coach!
But they have lined up nicely on the open side as well. DS want to give the ball to Vijay Ratna, the towering wing three-quarter.
Calling in the back.
But that might be just a dummy lineup where they'll go on the outside.
Coach! Bind! Set! Hold!
Theomin goes off the back, nicely done, and he's over. Yes, he is. Didn't need his 9, didn't need his 15. Theomin Pereira, quick as a flash, and this is why it's so important to get good channel 1 ball. Barely half a second from the time it was hooked till the time it was in the hands of Theomin Pereira. And he went over before the Thomian flankers knew what was happening.
D.S Senanayake, they are taking the lead. Look at that run. Yeah, Doit, just as he was going to tackle, Theomin Pereira had already crossed. Second try for the Dons. After that early try, Shanaka, D.S Senanayake, they've dominated position, they've dominated territory, and that's why they are up in the scoreboard. This time Umagiliage tries to convert this second try.
Ooh, that's close, comes just off the left hand upright. Got to feel for Umagili there. DS have scored twice, but only 3 points up. Outstanding number 8 break. Umaka Gunaratne in the coaching staff would have been very proud of that one. Lovely channel 1 ball, that's where it was won.
Same.
Really quick heel to the hands of the number 8, which is what creates the surprise element. For the third time, Bulat Singalage kicks off and nobody collects it before it goes into touch. So it will be DS ball.
3.
Coach Shamli Nawaz for St. Thomas's looks at his watch, knows that there's 6 minutes left. It's been a highly entertaining game, although it's quite low scoring so far relatively, but we've seen 3 tries, damn it. Quality of rugby has been pretty good, except for the ball handling from both sides. Etiarachi calls the line out for DS. In fact, it's Deumit. And again, it's not straight, says the referee. At least he's being consistent. But this is what doesn't allow games to really flow at this level, and players need to take their responsibility for it as well.
Yeah, D.S Senanayake, they've had a terrible run with the lineouts.
Well, you've got to think that it's Lisson in the number 3 jersey who's lifting at the back. that's got to get outside his jumper to make that at least look straight for the referee. But when when your back lifter is on the opposite side, it's never helpful. Senaratne goes off onto the blind side, the left side this time. It's no scrum half, so Hakim has to go in. Well spotted by the DS counter ruck. Ball knocked forward, but the penalty has come, so the counter ruck was from the side, says referee Gihan Yatavara. Usually don't see number 8 breaks to the left side of the scrum, Damit, because it's where the scrum half is, but Senaratne chose to go that way. Obviously a planned move. See that Thomian confidence has suffered a little. That's Manura Pires coming in from the side there.
Bulat Singalage lob to level the scores. He kicked one from a similar position to convert the first try. That's why he must be confident in putting this over.
Strikes it well, but this time it's just off to the side. That's interesting that St. Thomas's chose to go from such a difficult angle for the penalty. Shows that they don't really have a lot of faith in their line-out drive, which means that DS have managed to get under their skin, especially with that small defense that they put up last time.
Where do you want? Captain, what do you want? Scrum.
So 22 dropout, which has gone full out into touch. So it's not a good error to make from the DS point of view. Gives St. Thomas's a midfield scrum right on the 22-meter line. This is the stuff that number 8s dream about in their sleep. Nice centre field scrum. Pack one side of the field and break onto the other. But it looks like this ball might be going to the backs from St. Thomas's.
Set.
It's taken quickly by Chanel Fernando. Breaks inside, steps. Needs his forwards to stay with him. Eventually they get there. Here's Hakim. Nice short ball into Jayud Pereira. Here it is to Chanel Fernando once again. Stays strong in the tackle. Still going. His number 8 faithfully with him. Senaratne. Hakim. One more time. Gets rid of 3 players. Ruck is formed, says the referee. And they will have an opportunity. Again, not coming through the gate is the call from referee Atavara. St. Thomas was opting for another scrum when I thought perhaps a quick tap would have done the job.
Yeah, they're just probably 7 to 8 meters away from the try line. Once again, they opt for a scrum.
Coach!
Vikram Surya.
Set!
They'll want
Steady.
a clean scrum for the Thomians.
So again, it's untidy channeling from this Thomian lineup. Senaratne almost to the try line. Wants to get one. Didn't get one last time. But this time Rajaratne comes away with it. Beautifully done by the centre. The skipper leading from the front for DS. And now they've gotten out of jail once again. And it's Senaratne who coughs up the ball, and just before half time St. Thomas has managed to not score again. It's DS very much in a deserved lead. Even though it's a slender lead, it's a deserved lead.
2 tries for the home team. D.S Senanayake College, Tiven Pereira and Jayathu Rajaratna scoring the 2 tries for St. Thomas's. A converted try for all those who are watching this. It's Keel's Crest Naimeris, the bite that bites back. If you are watching this Dialog Schools Rugby League, make sure to have Keel's Crest Naimeris chicken sausages, the bite that bites back.
Here are the highlights. Hakim, the ball across to Jayat Pereira, nicely straightened from Vian De Silva, who passed to Navaratna, who went over for the first try of the game. And since then, St. Thomas's have gone completely off the boil. After this superb conversion from Bulat Singh Alage, he came close with another penalty attempt a few moments ago. But this was the first try from D.S Rajaratna, dummying, completely foxing Navaratna and going over for the try. And this is a lovely pick up and go from Teumin Pereira. Gave Resha and Dwight on that blind side absolutely no chance, with a lovely kill into his hands. Quick pick up. And we'll be back to see second half action in this DS hosting St. Thomas's Dialog Schools Rugby League 2023 after the break.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
ZZ. We KYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
නව වැඩි දියුණු කළ Dandex Active Climbasol පළමු සේදීමෙන්ම ඉස්සොරි ඉවත් කරයි. හැමදාම Dandex නම් හැමදාම no problem. Dandex හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
Aloe vera and mint for freshness, chamomile for sensitive skin, lemon and lime for an energetic day. Big shaving foam, a change you must experience.
Manicure hot and spicy, trending fashion maram navy, rasa baby. Papare beat ke Saturday ko tumhe pandavi, nata baby. Mom, Saturday kapuna, rasa diva pairuna, Saturday adanari ko tumi pantama, fun update bena, hot kape kapmana, Saturday adanari ko tumi pantama, prima ko tumi pantamai.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න. ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. Bold ඔපම වෙන්න.
With one more bite of Revelo for sunshine.
හැමදාම Dandex නම් හැමදාම no problem. Dandex හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
Beautiful outside and inside.
Nevum Bavarakadena, Kumarika Hambit, Sangviti Samakata, Camel Oil, Big Shaving Foam, Atvidya Heki Vedasakata.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
ZZ. We KYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
ඕනම දෙයක් ජීවිතය අත්තිනින්න ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න බෝල්ඩ ඔපම වෙන්න
Manicure hot and spicy, cheering skirt thicker than navy. Saturday baby, cup ate, match එක fun කරලා මගාවි. Saturday baby, හිත තාල නැත වෙනා, fun නිනිම විඳුනා. Saturday අතනාරි කොක්කුමි fun තමා, fun papare play වෙනා, set එක connect වුණා. Saturday අතනාරි කොක්කුමි fun තමා. Prima කොක්කුමි fun තමයි.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න බෝල්ඩ ඔපම වෙන්න
Cheese රසට යාළුව සෙට් එක ස්මයිලි බෙදනවා ඕන වෙලාවක ස්නැක් එක දැක්කම හිත ෆික්ස් වෙනවා සරට කැමති අය දවස පුරාවට සැරයිල්ලනවා කැලිප්සු මික්ස් එක ඕන වෙලාවක නැගලම යනවා බෝරින් ලයිෆ් එක බ්‍රේක් අප් කරගෙන සල්සා නටනවා ලුණු රටාවට අනියන් කික් එක ෆුල් හැපනින් වෙනවා රටටම රස බෙදෙන මංජි රස බලකාය දැන් අලුත් වෙලා
Aloe vera and mint for freshness, chamomile for sensitive skin, lemon and lime for an energetic day. Big shaving foam, a change you must experience.
හැමදාම ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් නම් හැමදාම no problem. ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
Cheese රසට යාළුව සෙට් එක ස්මයිලි බෙදනවා ඕන වෙලාවක ස්නැක් එක දැක්කම හිත ෆික්ස් වෙනවා සරට කැමති අය දවස පුරාවට සැරයිල්ලනවා කැලිප්සු මික්ස් එක ඕන වෙලාවක නැගලම යනවා බෝරින් ලයිෆ් එක බ්‍රේක් අප් කරගෙන සල්සා නටනවා ලුණු රටාවට අනියන් කික් එක ෆුල් හැපනින් වෙනවා රටටම රස බෙදෙන මංජි රස බලකාය දැන් අලුත් වෙලා
නව වැඩි දියුණු කළ ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් ඇක්ටිව් ක්ලිම්බසෝල් පළමු සේදීමෙන්ම ඉස්සොරි ඉවත් කරයි. හැමදාම ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් නම් හැමදාම no problem. ඩැන්ඩෙක්ස් හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
The time has come, once again, for the Warriors to battle in pursuit of supremacy. Dialog Schools Rugby League. The battle for supremacy starts in June.
The most prestigious schools rugby fixture comes alive for the 77th time. The Bradley Shield Rugby Encounter 2023. Catch the action live on Dialog TV, channel 126, Dialog View app and the Papare.com.
Season 1, Danuma. Season 2, Charitavaliya. Season 3, Krida Viplava.
Welcome back to the live action of the Week 6 encounter in this Dialog Schools Rugby League 2023. D.S Senanayake College taking on St. Thomas's College here at Havelock Park. D.S Senanayake, after the first half, leading 10 points to 7. 2 tries from Jayaturaj Ratna and Thiven Pereira. For the Thomians, it was Navaratna, the winger, scoring the opening try. All to play for these two teams to get closer to that 1A second spot for the Super Round. Both these teams have one more game in hand, but getting this all-important 5 points and if possible 6 points will take them closer to this Super Round place. Here's Manu Rapiris kicking things off in the second half.
Ball bounces into the hands of Lenagalu, throws it
backwards
into the field of play. Jayasinghe with his first touch.
No, rock form.
Well, not a first touch, second touch. He's under a bit of pressure, the youngster, making his first start for St. Thomas's. Here's Hakim going right back to where they came from.
Get back!
Bulat Singalage thumps this one under enormous pressure from Wafa. Manu Rapiris is back. Nice step, but equally good tackle by Vian De Silva. Nice bust by Theomin Pereira. He's been dangerous. Ahil. Plenty of running from the hooker. Manu Rapiris. D.S starting the half just as they finish the first one. And that's a lovely kick as well. Really good to spot the space in behind St. Thomas's and just keep them under pressure. They know the Thomian lineout is floundering. And this is all they have to do to play the game in the right half of the pitch and allow St. Thomas's to self-destruct.
Yeah, the Dons are playing in that same intensity which they played towards that last half. And straight away, Savantha Pereira has been taken out.
We'll tell you who came in just a minute. It's like it's Jared Martinstein who may have come in. We'll confirm that shortly. Lenagala to throw in. And nicely stolen at the front by Deumit. Manu Rapiris. Here's a long ball out to the danger man, Rajaratna. They converge on him. Yes, Piris at first receiver. Yes, Hettiarachi. Big lock forward, doing some good work. Not rolling away is the call from referee Atavara. And as Savantha Odugama comes away with the ball, referee had been playing advantage for not rolling away. He was very clear just before the start of the second half as well. Told both players, you've got to roll away. Both captains rather. And interesting to see D.S calling for the scrum as well. They really want to suck in these big Thomian forwards, try and tire them out. Sena Ratna, we're desperate to win this game. He's got close to the line and conceded the ball more than once in this first half. Hate to single out players, but you can't ignore it.
Coach! Bye!
If you watched Manu Rapiris' hand, he's just calling his players around to the left side.
Coach! Bye! Set!
Venika Vikramanayake enjoyed that. But Thiven Pereira makes the first mistake off the back of the scrum for him.
Plenty of chatter with the players, especially Vikram Surya and Manura Piris. Tiven Pereira.
Point.
Just a
Set.
small error, and this time Thomians with the feed in.
Big scrum from DS, putting them under a lot of pressure. Long ball over the top to Navaratna, but he's got nowhere to go. Not sure why Bulat Singalage is passing inside his 22, and he's got the longest boot in the competition probably. Just given the ball away and turned it over. Yep, exactly. So DS now have a chance to score.
Roll away.
Still 10 points to 7. Another cushion will really do DS proud here. Tackle from Jayasinghe that time.
Get back.
Madura Piris at first receiver. Here's Tiven Pereira trying to make up for his mistake. Nice snipe by Madura Piris to Ahil, and unfortunately for DS, Lison loses that ball forward on the ground, but it's a welcome reprieve. And I just would not want to know what's going on in Coach Shamli Nawaz's head right now. I wouldn't want to be sitting next to him, I'll tell you that much. Bulak Singalage going for a Fiji 7 style comeback, but wasn't to be.
Coach! Boy!
Here's the knock forward.
Set!
So St. Thomas is feeding from the right side. Bulat Singalage. That ball curves itself into touch. And that's what he can do. It's just a question of why he doesn't do it more often is probably what his forwards will be asking.
Here's another test for the DS line out, Shanaka. Ahil. Most of their line outs were crooked. But this time they get it right. Here's Umagiliage. Now Pereira, Menura Pereira, Tiven. You sit to the captain. Jayaturaj Ratna.
No. Roll.
Yes, Umagiliage once again.
Get back.
Manura Piris gives it to Menura. Here's the captain, Raja Ratna. Great work by the Thomians.
I have to say, Vian De Silva, even though they haven't done a lot in attack, this Thomian line, he has been outstanding in defense and over the ball as well. And on the opposition skipper, Rajaratna put the accelerator on. They managed to bring him down and turn the ball over. So both teams turning the ball over well, but unable to do anything when they've got it in their hand. It's a long kick by Bulat Singalage, but not a long touch. Here it is. De Silva stays in the hunt, manages to copybook tackle, shows the daylight, and gets back in there. A good loose forward. You wonder if they have any options, whether Vian De Silva might come in as number 8 if they have a midfield, St. Thomas's. Lenagala now. Nicely won by
Ball!
Resha and Dwight that time. And St. Thomas's have the first opportunity to take that maul a few meters. The ball is now available for Vikramasuriya. Mahit Pereira, he knows he's with the penalty advantage. He kicks that ball. Unfortunately, it bounces into touch, but he knew the penalty was coming.
Seems like the Thomians have opted for 3 points. Shanaka again not having any faith in their lineouts, probably.
Well, they've just won a line out. They've just created a maul. And yes, Bulat Singalage has got a good boot on him. But you don't want to win this match kicking penalties. You kick penalties like he did against St. Joseph's last week to stay in the game. But they're not 19 points to 3 down. It's just 10 points to 7. Some of the decision making from St. Thomas's has baffled me, I have to say.
With the angle, seems to be about 45 to 47 meter kick for Bulat Singalage.
Strikes it well. It's just off to the left. And Coach Shamli Nawaz may be thinking at least we have a 22 meter kick to face now and get the ball back. You just have to wonder whether a line out deep inside the 22 was not a better option. Some of the option taking from St. Thomas's has left quite a bit to be desired.
Mahit Pereira collects it, gives it back to Bulat Singalage.
Blue hold!
It's nice little. Dwight makes a good tackle that time, an important tackle. The dangerous winger. And good counter ruck as well. Jared Martenstein taking that ball off the back. Shenal Fernando driven back in a good tackle by the DS skipper, who seems to be able to do everything. Jayud Pereira, lovely little ball out to Vian De Silva. De Silva still running, still going. Vian De Silva with the fend. Needs some support now, eventually gets it.
Get back.
Jayasinghe stays in the ruck to allow Vikramasuriya to clear. Mahit Pereira now. Good ball to Hakim. Vikramasuriya again. Pereira. Nice little inside ball, but again the forwards have isolated. Lenagala. Mahit Pereira goes into his pet position of scrum half. Jayod Pereira, lovely offload from the big prop.
Get back!
Senaratne again. This time he lays it back nicely. Pereira. Shenal Fernando.
Play on.
Good ball available. Looks like that one went forward. Yes, it did. No arguments there. Vian De Silva running up to make sure that his fly half is protected. There's a lot of ruffling of heads and patting of backs, Damit. Seems to be a new trend.
Yeah, here's that unforced error from Mahit Pereira. Yeah, plenty of ruffling of heads. Not only by these two teams, but from plenty of teams. Here's Manura Pereira feeding it. Here's Steven. Gives it back to Manura. Typical 8-9-14 move. Vijayaratne. He has just touched that line.
I think just his studs grazed the touchline there. Good spot by the assistant referee. St. Thomas's will have a line out now and everything to play for. It's not a lot of time left in this game.
Ball!
Nicely done by Dwight that time. As the forwards join in. Savanto Dugama going in to protect.
Use the ball!
Balls seem to be going forward, but the referee says use it. It's available there. Stepping back infield is Vian De Silva, bumping off a few would-be tacklers. Mahit Pereira now forced to go into scrum half one more time. Shenal. Jayod Pereira. Lenagala goes in to protect the ball. Savanto Dugama as well. Here's Vikramasuriya. Mahit Pereira, lovely angle from Hakim, but they've hung on to his jersey for dear life. Manages to get inside the 22 and needs his forwards to give him quick ball. Nicely done by Venuka Vikramasuriya, but Mahit Pereira just drops the ball cold. And the ball handling from St. Thomas's. I can't remember the number of times I've said this, David, this season, but it has been pretty awful.
Mahit Pereira, he's had a poor outing so far, especially in the second half. Don't think he was much involved in the first half either.
Well, the biggest problem for me is he knocks the ball on and then looks at his scrum half instead of keeping on playing. And DS could easily have broken downfield. Manura Pires now has had the better of the exchanges. Tiven Pereira comes away. Here's some space now for Vijayaratne. Rajaratne rather, lovely draw and pass to Vijayaratne. Vijayaratne gets round the last defender. Come across, Jayasinghe makes an important tackle, a try saver from the young man. And that is what we came here to see, Rajaratne and Vijayaratne combining. And they are, I think, I haven't seen every single team play, Damit, but I think this combination of Rajaratne and Vijayaratne are two of the most dangerous runners in this school circuit.
Yeah, both have scored plenty of tries this season. Rajaratne 4 tries, Vijayaratne 3 tries. Yeah, brilliant tackle. Probably a match saving, never know. But as you correctly said, these two tall and lanky backs of D.S Senanayake, I think the likes of Rajaratne playing alongside someone like Dinupa Senaviratne last season has done a world of good, but they've turned it around. Good steal by the Dons.
Well, that seemed like a jump straight across the gap.
Get back.
Referee allowing that one to go. Jared Martinstein and Chanel Fernando now trying to find some angle for Bulat Singalege to clear this ball. And it's a good enough clearance from a Thomian point of view. But DS will get yet another opportunity to have a run. These two boys have been really dangerous. Damit and augur well for club rugby as well as Sri Lanka rugby. Venuka Vikramasuriya has lost a bit of his face. He's losing face to a literal place. Ahil to throw in. Nicely done from Deumit that time. Ahil has fixed his problems during the game. Nice little step. Tiven in the line. Gets the ball off to Rajaratne, but they've done well to converge on him once again. Tiven Pereira. Leaving the ball behind was Lisson once again, and here's a good ball. Jayot Pereira finds Dwight. Dwight with a nice little ball inside to Bulat Singalege. Bulat Singalege to Navaratne, who dances around the front row forward. He's got no one with him in support. Vikramasuriya to Hakim. Hakim comes in off the angle. Vikramasuriya, and that's a cynical penalty. It's got to be a card. It's a deliberate knockdown. So it looks like Lisson, who's had a poor game today by his standards, will need to go to the bin. St. Thomas's need to know that a draw is not good enough for them. Damit, they've got to win this game. If this is a draw, then DS go through.
Also the fact that St. Anthony's College, they are also still in contention. They'll probably love to see this game being a tie or as a draw, as we call it. Bulat Singalage, probably the easiest kick for him today. Just outside the 22-meter.
He's at an unfamiliar ground. He's played all 4 of the home matches in the first round, but doesn't matter that time as he smashes it straight through the post to bring St. Thomas's back on level playing field on the scoreboard. So Shamli Nawaz.
Number 14.
Unloading the bench there.
We still have 17 minutes to play in this game. 10-all, all to play for.
He's made quite a few changes, has Nawaz. We'll tell you what those are just as soon as we can get a handle on it. Liana Gunawardana has come in, as has Akesh Pereira, I should say. Straight to the grubber. And it was Jared Martinstein who fielded that. Went through his legs, but didn't matter because it was backwards. Lovely tackle by Rajaratna on Hakim again. Drove the big prop forward about 5 meters back. Bulat Singalage now gives it to Vian De Silva. Vian De Silva smashed in a tackle by Hettiarachi. And the penalty is coming. Really good work that time from guess who? It's Rajaratna again. Yahan Bulat Singalage thinks he's a little faster than he is, Damit. Here's the hospital pass to Vian De Silva. Hettiarachi goes in and Rajaratna is just there on the spot. Made a brilliant tackle on Hakim. And now he's there turning the ball over just 20 meters away. He's been outstanding.
Yeah, he's been a towering figure for D.S Senanayake College. The captain, Jayathu Chandimal Rajaratna. Here's Umagiliege. Straightforward opportunity for the DS fly half to get them back into the lead.
Pretty straightforward kick for Umagiliege, who will be mindful also of trying to run the clock down until Lisson gets back. That comes off the upright. It's the second time he's managed to hit the upright today.
Play on, press driver.
And DS have managed to turn this ball over, so they might get 5 instead of 3. Good tackle that time. Again, Thomian defense has been decent. And Liana Gunawardana has just come into the game and made a contribution.
Both the teams have been really good over the ball. Shanaka, Bulat Singalage now has an opportunity to get them out of the 22.
He's got the line out ball, and St. Thomas's really need to do something with this. Came back strongly against DS, against St. Joseph's last week. And DS held off an onslaught from Kingswood in the last few minutes as well. So really interesting
10.
Recent form. Nicely won by Dwight. And finally the Thomian Mall marches forward. But really good body positions once again from DS as well. Here it is through Vikramasuriya. Now to Vian De Silva. Lovely ball out to Liana Gunawardena. Liana Gunawardena to Bulat Singalage. Comes back inside. He's not held, so he picks up and goes again. Lovely ball over the top to Vian De Silva once again. Liana Gunawardena gets out of the way of his skipper. And now it's available for Menuka Vikramasuriya. Mahit Pereira to the new man on the park, Fernando. Here's Mahit. So, dangerous pass, but a superb tackle once again from the DS number 11. Fernando once again. So the bench players doing their job. Unfortunately for Vijay Ratna, that didn't stick in his hand. Otherwise it would have been a try all the way 80 meters away. Marunapir is now without a fullback. Is St. Thomas's. Navaratna does well. Navaratna does even better to get out of the clutches of the onrushing defense. Picks it up, goes again. Jared Martinstein, first man there. Bulat Singalage. Looks like St. Thomas's only wake up around the hour mark in games. Here it is through Fernando again. Really good tackle once again by the 14-man DS side. Finding the grubber is Mahit Pereira. Running back and putting the ball into touch is the DS fullback, who does really well to recover that time.
Menura Pereira, the D.S Senanayake fullback. I think Shanaka, the replacements have infused some good positive signs for the Thomians, likes of Liana Gunawardena, Martin Stein, Akesh Fernando.
Nothing like competition for places, is there, Damit? All these players are playing for a starting place. Nicely done by Dwight again. And St. Thomas's will march the small forward in the absence of the biggest DS player. Nicely done by Vikramasuriya, who's been in the wars today. Liana Gunawardena. Ball over the top. Looks like it might have gone forward. So a couple of errors. Liana Gunawardena won the penalty early on, but a couple of errors from him. Looking for these expansive balls over the top, St. Thomas's, instead of just going hand to hand. It's Vian De Silva. It's slow ball for Liana Gunawardena, and there it is. Looked forward out of the hand. Dwight has got to be alive to the danger on the blind side here. They'll be looking to unleash Vijay Ratna.
Crouch! Bang! Sit!
Here's Piris. Gives it to Rajaratna. He gives it to Umagiliage. Here's Pereira.
Well, that was dangerous play. If you can see that again, it looked like the player jumped to take the ball. Vian De Silva was low. So it looks like it might be even Stevens on the personnel side as well, as it is on the scoreboard, as Vian De Silva may have to recover in the sin bin. It's like he might have got a stinger there. If you can see that replay, show you exactly what happened. Here it is. Nice ball over the top. It's unfortunate, no malice in it, but that will be a card. So important moment in the game here as St. Thomas's lose their skipper. It's like he is a bit dazed because might have hit the back of his head on the ground. You can see he's pretty groggy. Not sure he should come back in, even if he is okay later on. He's been having a good game in defense, and now with him gone, I feel that Rajaratna will be licking his lips.
Tackle India.
And straight away, Manu Rapiris calls for a scrum. Both teams with 14 players on the field. DS, they are prop forward. Lison is still in the sin bin. Vian De Silva, the Thomian captain, he is also in the sin bin. Just less than 10 minutes to go in this first game in week 6. Two teams vying for a spot in the super round.
Hold position again, right? Hold position again, no. Scrum steady, right?
Thomian coaching staff and bench looking pretty concerned, and why shouldn't they? Just lost their captain.
Set.
Monrapiris off the back for Umagiliege. Brings his skipper in, and here's a little bit of space opening up for Minura Pereira. Takes the ball off the back, but Vijay Ratna does really well. Akit Kure makes a tackle. Important one at that. Tiven Pereira. Release is the call from referee Atavara. Now it's available for Piris again. Umagiliege with the ball over the top to Wafa. Liana Gunawardana with an important tackle once again. Tiven Pereira, they've shadowed him. Piris, this is good continuity from Rajaratna now. Good discipline from St. Thomas's to let that go. And just as I say that, a penalty is coming. They come back for that penalty. Straight off the feet, says the referee. You could hear him very clearly saying don't fall, but this time I'd be very surprised if Umagiliege makes a mistake.
Crucial penalty kick coming your way. Sehanda Umagiliege. Your screen, Johnny Vijayaratna also probably suffering with cramps. He missed a straightforward one. And this time it's a much easier one than the previous one, Shanaka.
The home ground hushes as Umagiliege steps up. And this time it's good. Thumps it straight through the uprights for the lead in a very, very important time of the game. Just about 6 minutes left on the clock, maybe less, maybe more. In fact, it's 5, says referee Yatavara. And DS now will have to do as they did against Kingswood and desperately hang on to a lead. Havelock seems to be a bit of a fortress for them, but there's nothing in it at 13 points to 10. St. Thomas is coming all the way from Mount Lavinia to Havelock Park and may find their first away game is their second defeat of the season.
Bulat Singalage with an opportunity.
Oh! To Atarin no Katagal Atarin.
It's like there's been a communication device error.
Wait. Time on.
Nice kick from Bulat Singalage. And again, silly discipline from Akit Kure. He might see another card as well. Looked like he got the timing wrong by a quarter of a second. And it's a 14 plays 13. Could easily have pulled out of that tackle, Akit Kure. In fact, it's Jai Singh. And the referee was spot on. Just too much adrenaline rushing through the youngster's head. And may have just given away the game. We have to pick a player of the game, and doesn't matter which way this game goes, Damit. Even if St. Thomas has managed to pull off a last gasp win, my man of the match is indisputably Jayathu Rajaratne.
Couldn't have agreed more with you, Shanaga. Jayathu Rajaratne has had a brilliant game. Before the close of this game, we can confirm that he is the NDB player of the match. St. Thomas's, they have lost Vian De Silva and Jehan Jayasinghe, both their centres, the starting centres. They are both in the sin bin. DS fans quite animated. They are still in the lead, slender 3-point lead.
Well, it will be a famous win if it does come to pass, Damit, in the history of DS Rugby. St. Thomas's have made their job much harder by some very questionable decisions, but take nothing away from a man of the match performance from Rajaratne. And this man, Tevin Pereira, I think has been superb. You can see him just wanting to play the ball in the opposite half of the pitch. Martin Stein. Lovely tackle again by DS, who have never given up. Vikramasuriya. Mahit Pereira now to Jayud Pereira, who's still on the park and still doing plenty of running. Lovely turnover of the ball from the DS number 20 that time. Looked like it might be a penalty. It's just a scrum. Tevin Pereira unlucky that kick didn't get a little bit more distance. Omar Gunaratne on with some final words of advice to his keeper.
Time on. No question. Coach! Bye! Set!
Vikramasuriya now waits at the back. It's the last roll of the dice for Mahit Pereira and his backline. Leona Gunawardena. Here's Bulat Singalage trying to go on his own. Manages to lay it back nicely. Mahit Pereira now. Here's Akesh Fernando. His father is watching from behind the goalpost. Former Anand, the captain, watching his son donning the blue and black. Jayud Pereira. Vikramasuriya. Here's Hakim. Does well to give the ball away to Mahit Pereira. Here's Akesh one more time. Plenty of running into the 22. Here's Hakim. Lovely angle, but again he's isolated. Needs his forwards to assist him. Bulat Singalage and Martin Stein wait. And the penalty is coming. And what do St. Thomas's do? This is the important one. Do they go for posts? Draw this game?
1 minute more.
It's a very interesting conversation by the stand-in captain Shenal Fernando and Yehan Bulat Singalage.
Well, that's an important conversation between Bulat Singalage and Shenal Fernando. I think they should probably have gone for the draw and trust St. Joseph's to do them a favor.
I think they've settled on the decision with the senior players all combining together, and Bulat Singalage, he was calling to go for touch, but captain, the stand-in captain, the vice captain Shenal Fernando, mind you, the captain Vian De Silva, he's in the sin bin. Now Yehan Bulat Singalage has an opportunity to level the scores, and the first drawn encounter in this Dialog Schools Rugby League.
Well, he still has to kick it, damn it. And that's far from certain, the way this Tora team has given its fans a roller coaster ride over the course of the last 4 weeks. DS with their hearts in their mouths, and it's missed. It looks like that will be the end of the game. Bulat Singalage with one just in front of the post, a kick that you'd expect a kick of his standards to get every day of the week. But DS live to breathe again and have the opportunity of going through in second place behind Isipatana in Group 1A to face Royal and St. Peter's.
Bulat Singalage, I thought his body language wasn't ready, wasn't keen either, and D.S Senanayake College now, they just have to
Get back.
finish this game off.
They want to thump it into touch, but he does it deliberately.
What do you want?
So they will have a scrum. They will come back for a scrum. You can't kick the ball out on the full in a situation like that, especially when it's the last moment. So they give St. Thomas's another fighting chance. Do they have Bulat Singalage in the pocket for a drop goal? Or do they go hell for leather and hope that the hands that have let them down for 70 minutes comes back to help them out in the last few seconds?
Right, coach! Bang!
Looks like the big club ground luck has worn off. Sena Ratna goes in after it. Really well disrupted that scrum.
Unplayable. Same side.
Really well disrupted by DS. It's the final scrum of the game, and they will give it absolutely everything, the Dons.
Coach! Bang! Set!
It's exciting stuff here at Havelock Park.
Crowd with their fingernails chewed off. Here's Sena Ratna. Lays it back. Vikramasuriya waits. Really good defense once again from DS. They have tackled some of these big Thomian forwards to a standstill. Shenal Fernando, they've got 25 meters to go. Wafa gets over the ball but is cleared away by Martin Stein. Mahit Pereira now has 2 scrum halves. No fly half.
Rock form!
Vikramasuriya to Mahit Pereira. Chanal Fernando. And the ball is lost. And Marura Pires will thump this one into touch. And that's a famous victory in the annals of DS sporting history over St. Thomas's College. And not only is it a victory over a team that they have barely beaten in the past, but it also gives them the chance to go through behind Isipatana into this wonderful knockout competition where the top 4 will play each other. Isipatana, Royal and St. Peter's await, and D.S Senanayake, a team that we mentioned before kickoff that has been a long time in the building, have deserved this win for the way they have managed to keep St. Thomas's out, force errors, force pressure, and take their chances when they were given them.
Brilliant win for D.S Senanayake College. With that win, their total points in this season so far increases to 22 points. St. Thomas's, they'll get a losing bonus point. That will get them to 17. St. Thomas's still in with a chance, Shanaka. If they can beat St. Anthony's College next week with a bonus point, then their final score will be 23. But today it's all about D.S Senanayake College winning this game 13 points to 10 against St. Thomas's College. What a great win for the Dons.
Could so easily have been a draw, could so easily have been a Thomian win, but in the end it's a DS win.
Here's the bite that bites back. Keel's Crest Naimeris Chicken Sausages. If you are watching this Dialog Schools Rugby League 2023, make sure you buy Keel's Crest Naimeris Chicken Sausages. Ideal bite. Here's the highlight from this game.
Here's the first try. St. Thomas has started really well, but then again went off the boil. Vian De Silva to a advancing Navaratna who scored the first try. I think from that point on, St. Thomas's thought they had this match in the bag, especially with this brilliant conversion from the erratic Yahan Bulat Singalage, who kicks those, and then 69 minutes later missed one that was under the post. That was Rajaratna, the lovely dummy standing tall in the tackle. He's got so much time with the ball in hand. Here's Tiven Pereira, which for me was really the try of the match because it came off first phase. And everything about it was so good. The strike was so good, the pickup was good, and the explosive power. That was the 10 points for DS, and this was the 3 of the 10 from Bulat Singalage, and this was the decisive score. Umagiliage scoring that one penalty that took DS to the win. 2 tries to 1, 1 conversion, and 1 penalty each. Player of the match, of course, Chamindu Rajaratna.
NDB Bank Player of the Match, Jayatu Chandimal Rajaratna. D.S Senanayake one step closer to that super round qualification. But we have 5 more games. Tomorrow it will be Trinity College taking on Royal College. The first leg in the 77th Bradby Shield encounter. The broadcast will start at 3:30 p.m. here at Havelock Park. Isipatana College, the defending champions, one of the 2 unbeaten teams. They'll host Wesley College. St. Peter's, the other unbeaten team. They just need to win against Science College, who have lost all their games this season. On Sunday, we will have 2 games in Kandy. One at Pallekale Kingswood hosting St. Anthony's College, and at Bogambara Vidyartha College taking on Zaira College.
Interesting weekend of rugby coming up. Don't forget you can join us tomorrow at Pallekale from the 77th Bradby Shield first leg. But for now, from Damit, myself and the rest of our Papare crew, it's congratulations to D.S Senanayake in this Dialog Schools Rugby League 2023. Until tomorrow, it's goodbye from us.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. බෝල්ඩ් ඔපම වෙන්න.
Aloe vera and mint for freshness, chamomile for sensitive skin, lemon and lime for an energetic day. Big shaving foam, a change you must experience.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
ZZ. We KYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
Education loans and salary advances.
Amazing. Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
මේ ජොබ් එක අදම කරන්න ඕනේ. අදම? No problem.
ඕගොල්ලොත් එන්නේ ඉවෙන්ට් එකට. ඩ්‍රෙස් කෝඩ් එක black.
Black? No problem.
නව වැඩි දියුණු කළ ටැන්ඩෙක්ස් ඇක්ටිව් ක්ලිම්බසෝල් පළමු සේදීමෙන්ම ඉස්සොරි ඉවත් කරයි. ස්වභාවික සාරයන් හිස පෝෂණය කරයි.
නටමුද?
No problem.
හැමදාම ටැන්ඩෙක්ස් නම්
හැමදාම no problem.
ටැන්ඩෙක්ස් හිස නිදහසේ ඉදිරියට.
නැවුම් බව රැකදෙන කුමාරිකා හම්බිට් සංවේදී සමකට කැම ඔයිල් බික් ෂේවිං ෆෝම් අත්විදිය හැකි වෙනසකට.
Coloma, beautiful outside and inside.
ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න විදියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි තමන්ගේ විදිය. ජීවිතය අත්විඳින්න ආත්ම විශ්වාසයෙන් නැගී සිටින්න. බෝල්ඩ් ඔපම වෙන්න.
හිත තාලනට වෙන පන්නිනිම වින්නුනා සරදාවී අතනාරි කොක්තුමී පන්තමා කොක්තුමී පන්තමා ප්‍රීමා කොක්තුමී පන්තමයි.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Cheese රසට යාළුව සෙට් එක ස්මයිලි බෙදනවා ඕන වෙලාවක ස්නැක් එක දැක්කම හිත ෆික්ස් වෙනවා සරද කැමති අය දවස පුරාවට සැරයිල්ලනවා කැලිප්සු මික්ස් එක ඕන වෙලාවක නැගලම යනවා බෝරින් ලයිෆ් එක බ්‍රේක් අප් කරගෙන සල්ස නටනවා ලුණු රටාවට අනියන් කික් එක ෆුල් හැපනින් මනවා මංචි රටටම රස බෙදෙන මංජි රස බලකාය දැන් අලුත් වෙලා.
Aloe vera and mint for freshness, chamomile for sensitive skin, lemon and lime for an energetic day. Big shaving foam, a change you must experience.
හිත තාලනට වෙන පන්නිනිම වින්නුනා සරදාවී අතනාරි කොක්තුමී පන්තමා කොක්තුමී පන්තමා ප්‍රීමා කොක්තුමී පන්තමයි.
Your embrace so warm with one more bite of Revelo for sunshine. Don't wanna miss this pouring rain, pleasing my soul with one more bite of Revelo for the rain. This freedom takes me roads that I have never been. With one more bite of Revelo for the road. Love never felt this good. With one more bite of Revelo for love.
Hey, have you heard about Z?
ZZ. We KYC.
Easy.
Mobile banking. Crazy.
education loans and salary advances.
Amazing! Introducing the Digital Youth Account. NDBZ. NDBZ from NDB Bank. The future is banking on us.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.